Hey everyone, I'm going to do a tutorial right now, and if you want to see how I did this look, stay tuned. Okay, so today you're just going to tag along while I do my makeup. I don't really consider this to be a tutorial because there isn't anything difficult or complicated about it, but for some reason we really enjoy watching other people do their makeup. So we're going to start off with Guerlain Meteorites Pearls Light Diffusing Perfecting Primer. And I'm just going to put that all over. And on my skin, I have trouble. The T-zone on many people is oily, not for me. The T-zone is dry for me. That is where my dryness concentrates. So I'm just going to give it a few extra rubs so I don't get any dry skin in that area. Okay. Next we're going to take Maybelline Fit Me Foundation in number 115. And I do like the L'Oreal Smooth Mousse Souffle thing better. But I like using a brush to apply my makeup. And the L'Oreal goes on best with your fingers. So sometimes I just don't feel like getting makeup all over my fingers. It kind of grosses me out sometimes. But I do really like that foundation. But if I'm going to use a brush, this is the one that I tend to grab for. So we're just going to put some on our hand. Or I'm going to put some on my hand. And it doesn't really matter where you start. I'm just going to blend it in right up under the eye. I'm going to try to work quickly so that this video isn't ridiculously long. But I know that some people do like to see the entire process. I know I do. When I watch other people, I like to see every single step just to see what they do and what products they use and so forth. We're going to blend that right into the hairline. Oh, and this is my Sonia Kashuk flat top synthetic brush. My favorite brush currently for foundation. Alright, well, looks like I ended up with just the right amount of product to work with there. Next I'm going to take Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in number 15, and this is a very good concealer. As traditional concealers go, so far it's the best one I've found. I do also like to use my MAC Painterly Paint Pot as a concealer sometimes. So I just put a couple dots underneath my eye there, and I'm going to very gently blend that in. Right over that foundation that I put down. Try to blend it in as well as you can, but also try not to tug and pull any more than you absolutely have to, because that area under your eye is very delicate and prone to wrinkling, especially when you get older. So just put a little bit under there and just gently blend it in. But make sure that you blend it right up to that lower lash line. You don't want a big streaky gap there. And I don't always do my makeup the same way. Certain parts of these processes will change from time to time. A lot of times it just, depends on my mood. I'll do things different ways. Next we're going to take my old standby NARS Orgasm, my all-time favorite blush, until I find one I like better. And I'm going to use a MAC 187 stippling brush because this blush is extremely pigmented. This brush doesn't pick up a lot of product. We're just gonna like dip it in there. We're not gonna swirl it. We're just gonna dip it because a dab will do you with this stuff. And then we're just going to put that right there and just blend it right up, out and up. Just very gently blend it in. Tap it in, out and up. Okay, that looks fairly even. And next I'm going to take a little bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion. By the way, yesterday I used Too Faced Shadow Insurance and I hadn't used it in a long time. And I opened it up and it had separated in the tube, and I tried to shake it up and mix it back up again and it wouldn't. I ended up having to throw it away because I used it anyway and my eyeshadow was a mess at the end of the day because it wasn't blended right. And I've never had that happen with Urban Decay Primer Potion. I've had this tube for about the same amount of time as the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and this doesn't separate at all. Of course, the formula is very different. Too Faced Shadow Insurance is very liquidy, so I would imagine that that is prone to, becoming more of a problem over time. And I find that to be a bit too oily anyway. Not really. Which is why I hadn't used it in a long time. It's not one of my favorite primers. Okay, so we're just going to blend out some of this Urban Decay Primer Potion all over the eye area. And you don't have to use that much of this. It's very concentrated. Okay, now I'm going to go into one of my MAC palettes and we're going to take, let's go with Shroom, is that off-white one right there. And I just stuck my finger in the eyeshadow next to it. I'm going to take a MAC 224 brush. I like using this for highlight. And I like to start with the lightest color. I just find that this ends up working better. We're just going to blend that right under the highest point of the arch of my eyebrow, outward. Okay, that's blended really well. Yeah, you don't want to like shockingly light color glowing underneath your eyebrow. Okay, next I am going to take a MAC shader brush and I'm going to use this color right here, which is Greensmoke. I'm just going to put some of that on my brush and we're going to put that on the eyelid. This is such a pretty shade of green. And try to get it right down onto the upper lash line so that you don't have like a little gap there. because I know that when I do my makeup, sometimes we have a tendency to bring it all the way down. Okay, that looks pretty even. So I'm just going to do the other eye. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same brush that I used for my highlight, and I've got a clean paper towel on the table here in front of me, and I'm just going to wipe it, because all it had on it was a little bit of shroom, and as you can see, it looks like a clean brush again. And now I'm going to take this color, which is Patina. Hopefully I'm pointing to the right one. That's Patina. It's like a light, almost like a taupey brown. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my brush, and I'm going to go right in the crease. So we're more or less going to use patina to blend out the harsh edges of the Greensmoke. So we're not trying to do a smoky eye or anything like that today. I'm just using that to blend the two colors together so that there won't be a extreme difference in color there. Okay, so patina is not really a noticeable color, but it just gives it a little bit more of a transition between the two. Okay, now I'm going to take Revlon Luxurious Color Matte Kohl Eyeliner, and the color is God, why do they do this to you? Well, it's brown, but I don't, here it is, Rich Mink. And let's see, today I think I feel like doing the waterline. Got to remember to stay in frame here. For some reason when I do my right eye, it usually doesn't water, but then by the time I get to the left eye starts watering like crazy. Which is not good really, because it makes the eyeliner change color slightly. So then I have to go back over the right eye to make them match. Okay, and I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to tight line. And I've tried doing this all different ways, and the easiest way is to just open your eyes wide and don't touch your eyelids or anything. Just stick that pencil in there and don't blink. Don't blink, don't move, don't do anything. Just run it back and forth until it looks fairly even. Okay. Now, let's see. Next, I think I'm going to play up my brows just a tiny little bit. This is Maybelline Define Brow in light blonde, and it's got a pencil on one end and a brush on the other. And I've been playing around with my brows quite a bit lately, and I've come to the conclusion that this is the best way to go because it's still natural looking. I tried something the other day and somebody wrote in the comment section, eyebrows with an exclamation point, because the color that I had used didn't really match that well. But generally my brows are pretty good. I do have a little bit of emptiness right at the beginnings, and then there's maybe like one little spot there, one little spot there, but for the most part they're pretty good. So I'm just going to take this pencil and make very small strokes in that area where it's just a little bit sparse. Areas, I should say, plural. And then you just take the other end with the brush and just comb it through a little bit to blend it. But it's funny because these Maybelline Definer brows, they're so cheap, but they really work well. So just go ever so slightly, little tiny short strokes. And the trick is to get the right color match. When you're trying to pick out a brow pencil, or if you like brow powder, always go lighter than the color of your eyebrows. You don't want to match it. Okay, so that's better. Now those empty spots are gone. Okay, next, mascara. I'm going to use Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express in, I think this one is Very Black. I can't read it. The print is way too small. Yeah, if you can get past the smell of this mascara, it's a really good mascara. It just smells awful. But, you know, after you've applied it, the smell goes away after a couple of minutes. It's really just while you're applying it that it's kind of annoying. And, you may have noticed that I don't curl my lashes. I actually like the way eyelashes look better not curled. I guess it's just a matter of preference, but I like them. I like the shape of them without being curled. Just gonna go back and hit this inside corner here on this right eye. The outside edges are always the places that tend to get the least mascara on me. And then yesterday I had bought this Sephora lip pencil in Cool Coral, and this is MAC Marquise D lipstick. And look at that, because this isn't really even considered a coral lipstick. It's more of like a beigey nude or a pinky nude, but that's not bad. So I was kind of surprised that this coral one looked so good with that. So I'm just gonna line my lips. That lipstick doesn't really need it, but it does help your lipstick stay in place. And it only takes a minute. Because with a light color like this, you don't need to fill it in. Yeah, I really love this Marquise D lipstick. If I hadn't found it at the CCO, I definitely would have bought it with Wonder Woman because it is a beautiful color. As a matter of fact, I love this lipstick so much that I don't put any kind of a gloss over it at all because I don't want to like alter its appearance or anything. Okay, so that is it. That is my, I don't have a name for this, look. We'll call it Greensmoke tutorial. How's that? And I don't usually do videos on the weekends because hubby's home. So I'll probably see you Monday then. See you guys. Bye.